Right now, as you watch this, the sun is dying, not quickly, not dramatically, but every single second it is burning through 600 million tons of hydrogen, fuel it will eventually run out of. And when it does, everything you've ever known, every mountain, every ocean, every trace that humanity ever existed, will be gone. This is not science fiction. This is the confirmed calculated future of our solar system. And today we're going to walk through it, step by step. Most people think of the sun as a giant ball of fire, but fire needs oxygen. The sun has none. What the sun actually is a nuclear furnace. At its core, temperatures reach 15 million degrees Celsius. Under that pressure, hydrogen atoms are forced together and fused into helium. That process releases an almost incomprehensible amount of energy, the same energy that warms your skin on a summer afternoon. The sun has been doing this for 4.6 billion years, and for 4.6 billion years, two forces have been in perfect balance: the outward pressure of nuclear fusion pushing out, and gravity crushing inward. This balance is called hydrostatic equilibrium, and it's the only reason the sun hasn't exploded or collapsed. But that balance depends on one thing: hydrogen fuel, and the sun's hydrogen is running out. Stars like our sun spend most of their lives on what astronomers call the main sequence, a stable phase of steady hydrogen burning. The sun entered the main sequence 4.6 billion years ago. It has roughly 5 billion years left. But here's what most people don't realize: the end doesn't happen all at once. Over billions of years, helium, the ash of fusion, accumulates at the sun's core. As the core fills with helium, hydrogen fusion migrates outward. This shell burns hotter. The extra energy has nowhere to go but out, and so the sun begins to expand. Approximately 5 billion years from now, the sun will enter the red giant phase. The sun's outer layers will expand to perhaps 100 to 256 times their current size. At that scale, the sun's surface will reach the orbit of Venus, possibly Earth. But even if Earth isn't swallowed whole, it won't matter. In as little as 1 billion years, the sun will be bright enough to boil Earth's oceans. The atmosphere will be stripped away, Mercury will be vaporized, Venus will be consumed. Earth, if it survives, will be a molten, unrecognizable world. But the story doesn't end with expansion. Inside the swelling sun, something violent is building. As the helium core grows denser and hotter, it eventually reaches a critical temperature, around 100 million degrees Celsius. At that moment, helium fusion ignites, not gradually, all at once. This event is called the Helium Flash. In a matter of seconds, the sun's core releases more energy than the entire Milky Way galaxy combined. And yet, you would never see it from outside. All that energy is absorbed by the sun's own layers. The helium flash happens in complete silence, invisible to any observer. When the helium runs out, the sun faces a choice it cannot win. It lacks the mass to ignite carbon fusion. Gravity wins. The core collapses inward, while the outer layers drift away into space, forming a planetary nebula: the Helix Nebula, the Ring Nebula, the Cat's Eye. All were once ordinary stars, in their final moments of letting go. What remains at the center? A white dwarf, a dense, Earth-sized remnant, no longer fusing anything, just slowly radiating heat into the cold of space. Over billions of years, this white dwarf will cool and dim until it becomes a black dwarf, a dark, cold, dead stellar corpse drifting silently through the galaxy. No explosion, no dramatic finale, just silence. The sun has given us everything: every photon of warmth, every drop of rain, every calorie traces back to that fusion fire 150 million kilometers away, and one day it will take it all back. But the atoms forged in the sun's core don't disappear. They scatter into space, seed new nebulae, form new stars, new planets, new chemistry. The sun's death will be the beginning of something else. It always is. If this made you look up at the sky a little differently today, subscribe. There's so much more out there waiting to be discovered,